Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Epic day. Beautiful day. Might be the best podcast that might be out today because I ain't never seen this before. We got 4 brothers that I know putting it down. Been married. 10 plus years sitting at this table, man. This might be the first podcast, like I said, that I've seen brothers that I know that got instructions, that done it right. And when we look at it, everybody got some shit to talk about, like brothers can't get it right, brothers can't do this, brothers can't do that. The guys is in the building right here, man. Yep. I thank them for just showing up, showing out. And there's a lot of instructions here at the table, man. So Sam in the building.
Hey, what's up, man?
I got my man Justin in the building, and I got my man Mike Cheatham in the building.
What up, Detroit?
And it's hard to get Mike out and everything. So I'm once again, it's an honor. Everybody, go and introduce yourself. Start with you, Sam, man.
All right. First of all, high bar when you say you got the guys in the building, you got people who know what they're talking about. I don't. I just been faking it for the last 14 years, but I thank you. I thank you for having me on this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Man, you done did my podcast. Those who don't know, SamTroNation.com. Just talking with Sam No G and talking. Man, you done my podcast. It's just an honor just to be sitting here, and I'll try to give whatever knowledge I can, man. I can help some people out.
Hey, we in the building because the majority of the time we got brothers that you see women and men and everything. We got instructions here. Justin, man. Introduce yourself, Freaky
here,
J. Little brother in the house.
Big bro, thanks for having me, man.
It's an honor, man. Coming off your throne.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yes,
it's a pleasure. Blessing to be present. But Justin Johnson, I don't even know really what to say about myself. I'm just a guy, But
no, I need to talk your shit, Jay. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah,
Jay. Don't
man.
do that. Don't dumb it down, Jay.
Yeah.
How many years? No.
Man, I've been in the game a long time, man. But I've been groomed by some of the greatest brothers. Dave, you big brother. Mike, big brother. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for a long time. But I've been married 13 years, and I'm an entrepreneur, former political organizer. So I've managed to keep a career going, salvage relationships, make my marriage as strong as I could possibly make it, while raising children. So I'm happy to be here and contribute what I can.
Yes, sir. Yes. And then we got the elder, young buck, because we don't call him young no more. The dude that I kind of like stole some of his style. Because Mike was first of all, I'm gonna give Mike his. We don't get flowers. We give him God flowers.
Yeah.
Mike was one of the dudes in the neighborhood that Mike set the blueprint in the neighborhood on how to go to school, be a man of your word, accountability, be on time. Because Mike gonna be 30 minutes on time, regardless.
That's real.
Went to University of Michigan, made that shit happen, came out. Mike did everything by the book. So when I seen Mike do shit, I was taking notes. And I seen you can do that without any bullshit.
I like that.
And Mike made my job look easy. So when I say, Mike, I got a thing when I say I make shit look easy. The only reason why I make shit look easy is because of Mike. Right. Michael Cheatham. Introduce yourself, man.
That's powerful, Dave, man. I appreciate the God flowers. I'm the old man at the table. I'm also a situation where I'm also a widower. I lost my wife in 2019 to ovarian cancer. I tried to live my life without regrets and whatnot, but what happened is after she was gone, I became a better man because I had to look back on how I did things and saw myself in the future and thought, man, had I known that 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 months before she passed, I would have handled things differently. So, I still walk around with a little regret because I'm a better man now than I was for her, just because I matured. I got older after she was gone. I'm raising my teenage child, which, I don't necessarily feel that that's a burden. I'm enjoying it. And I always say, Dave was at my 50th birthday party, and one of the things I said is that my wife gave me a prize when she gave me my child. My wife, she went through some struggles to even have my child. And so for her to trust me with that, I'm like, hey, let's get this. And then I got to give my parents props, all that I learned, I learned from watching them. And then, the things that I stayed away from is, I learned from watching other people bump their heads. I was like, well, let me put my helmet on and let me just, figure it out that way.
I'm with that.
But I've been fortunate, man. I always tell people I'm not smart, I'm experienced. And so I just, whether it's my experience or somebody else's experience, and I try to incorporate that every day.
Yeah.
I love you, Mike. I just got to come out and say I am the least qualified person at this table after hearing that. I'm all right. I thought I was doing something, but nah, I'm just going.
I mean, like I said before, Mike was one of the dudes in the neighborhood. Mike went to Bernie. Mike went to Winterhalter. Mike went to Renaissance. Mike went to Michigan. And if you knew Mike stood on what he stood on, which was his respect. And Mike did never make his parents look bad.
No.
Mr. and Miss Cheatham, them was like the only people in the neighborhood that stood together as a family on our block. And, when Mike came out, Mike wasn't on, Mike didn't do no bullshit. Mike wasn't out there doing that. And, certain people did what they did. Mike did what he did. And Mike sometimes got, like, man, look what Mike doing. But as time went on, everybody knew Mike was that guy. Mike, he hung, dudes that, Malik and all them, dudes from the street, respected Mike. So as I got old, I'm like, okay, you can be smart and get respected in the neighborhood and don't nobody fuck with you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Never forget, Darnell used to be fucking with Mike all the time.
You drop, man. You going way
I'm
back.
just saying, Darnell was bullying Mike.
Yo, you dropping names and everything. This is great.
Well, he ain't with us no more either. So.
Darnell passed away. Good brother, but as youngsters become who they are, Darnell was like a bully in the neighborhood, and Darnell used to fuck with Mike all the time. My brother was like, "Listen, man, you got to stop being bullied, man. Go down there and kick that nigga in his nuts." Mike went down there, kicked that nigga in his nuts.
I stole on him. That's what I stole on him.
Stole on him?
I stole on him.
And ran.
I stole on him, yeah. It was a trip, man.
And never had a problem. I'm like, damn, Mike got on him.
Mike got on him. Mike made it to Michigan from Dexter Avenue.
Hey,
man.
what?
Kicking people in the nuts the entire way. That's how you do it.
I'm telling you, man. Dave always got the colorful stories, but I've been blessed, man. Really, that's really what that's the thing that I stand on. If I stand on anything else, I've been more fortunate than I deserve to be.
Yeah.
I've been more fortunate than I deserve to be. So every move that I make is an attempt to make myself worthy of all the great things that have happened to me thus far. Because I know I owe. Like in New Jack City, he was like, "You owe, Pookie, you owe."
Yeah.
I've always felt that I owed. Because I saw early on in my life, things could have been a lot worse. And you talk about Darnell, I found out much later, the type of life he lived. Because you see all in the movies and stuff, most bullies had some real problems.
Right.
And the only way they could deal with them is by being a bully. And so, he had a really, really, really bad situation. And so, I always say, man, hey, it could have been me.
Yeah.
Could have been me. So I've been, I appreciate the flowers and all, but I'm a dude who has been living as a blessing, man. Life has been blessing me, and my goal is to just remain worthy of those blessings.
Yeah. Sam, how many years you been married, Sam?
All right, man. 14 years. And like I said at the start of this, I love you, bro. I'm a fan of your show. and we're friends.
Yes.
I know my wife is watching this right now. I have on good authority she's watching this right now.
Yes.
So I'm finna rip it. I'm finna rip this Band-Aid of just how this marriage thing work. I know what I'm about to say. I like to apologize in advance.
You gonna be able to go home, bro?
Probably. Let's find out together.
Just how many years you been married again?
13 years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got married
She
August.
is in the comments. She is. They gotta be her.
No, really?
They gotta be her. Natasha McClain.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
She a fan of yours, Mark, already?
I mean, she only got 70,000 followers on the page.
Yo, we like the 7 Mile Radio, but
man.
wow, to the top of the charts.
Wow.
Look at that.
And Mike, you been married for how long?
We were married 21 years when she passed.
That we-
21 years.
Man.
21 years when she passed, yeah.
And then I've been married 21 years. So as the instructions of, and my homeboy, when I called Abdul was like, man, you got to go on there. And I said, no, man, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that, man. I'm going to tell brothers. I'm gonna tell brothers that you can make this shit look easy if you want to. Because you don't do 10 years. Of course it's gonna be the trials and tribulations, but it's like taking a shot. You're gonna miss a couple, and you're gonna keep shooting that bitch, and you're gonna keep shooting that bitch, and after a while you're gonna be like, oh, I like the way I'm shooting that bitch. Let me go and step behind it. I'm gonna come across the free throw line.
There it is.
35 feet.
That is.
And I'm gonna let that bitch fly. Oh, I can hit that.
Get that step on.
What? I'm wet. And it's an honor to have brothers over there. And we can start with Sam. Sam, in your marriage, what give me, we gonna start with the good shit. Cause when I was asked, Dave, you gotta be truthful. Fuck that shit. I don't want to be truthful. Sam, give me some good shit
Okay.
that you built that you didn't know that you had in you, that you look up and like, oh shit, look at me.
I had to really think about this, man. When you asked me to come on here, I had to think about the perfect knowledge. I was driving over here. And the best way I can say it with my wife, we've been doing this for 14 years, married and dating before all of that stuff. You know what marriage is? It's good jail. That's just what it is. It's just good jail. I mean, like, where you going? You ain't going nowhere. Sun up, sun down. That's the cellmate. Locked down. Good jail. But hold on, wait. Here's the good part. You like the man in jail. You're not in GP. You know they give you the custom meals. You get the little
stamps.
yeah. You get all the little stuff. You get an extra ramen noodle set. You know
got your DVD player.
It's good jail. You know every Thursday you get a cell phone call. It's just this is what you make of it. But you still in it because you ain't going nowhere. You ain't trying to go out nowhere because I've been here so long, much like jail, I don't know how to survive how it is on the street. I hear these horror stories, but I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I'm in here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm locked up with
That's
it.
real.
So, like, it's just good jail.
Yeah.
It's just good jail.
Yeah. Justin.
I like that, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
That was
it.
good.
You know what?
Damn good.
I did a post on one of our anniversaries. This might have been like 2 to 3 years ago.
Right.
Get closer to your
And on
microphone.
my post, I said, 12 years a love slave.
I'm with that.
But
In the movie called
12 years a slave.
yeah, okay.
But man, marriage, man, it was so daunting and scary, coming in,
It is.
it is. And it does get easier.
Right.
And I think it's just a matter of being authentic with who you are and who that person is. Because the reality of it, marriage isn't just always rosy. It's a lot of negativity that can creep into marriage.
Yo, real talk.
But you got to manage it. Okay. And the most important thing is just accepting the imperfections. Okay. And understanding where your imperfections are. One of the things I was 27 when I decided I was about to get married to this girl.
Yeah.
And, to me, that was really young. I had in my mind, I'm like 30 years old, maybe 35, but I'm going to travel for 5 years. We're going to go on these vacations. We're going to do all these great things. And, my wife at the time, my girlfriend, I thought I was the man.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I could pretty much have any woman.
You Justin, man.
You freaky J back in the day, young bro. You good? Go ahead.
And she, you know, so we've been dating, man. I took her to all these dates, you know, and I'm feeling like I'm laying it out there. Now I'm feeling like it's my time. I'm about to strike.
That's what's up.
And I go in for the kill, and she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh no,
She hit the
We
Matumbo
not-
on you?
we ain't doing none of that.
That's how you do it.
Oh,
We gotta be in a relationship." I said, "What? I can't even see
Nigga,
first.
you Justin.
Touch drive.
I can't taste it like nothing." And
It's a bad feeling, man.
And for me, it was scary. But what was more scary, and this is how I knew, what was more scary is if I let her go now, in 10 years, I might be looking for this girl.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I might be trying to find this girl with this character, okay? And I just couldn't chance letting that go.
Right.
And hoping that it would come back.
Right. Well, hey, man, you had the forethought. That's the thing, because a lot of dudes at that age don't think that far in advance.
Did not.
I was
I'm living
compelled.
Oh, okay.
Like in the definition of being compelled to do something, I wasn't ready, but she made me get ready.
right.
So all of y'all have shared one general core within y'all marriage, right? Y'all say that it's easy at this point, but was it easy getting to the point that it is easy?
Oh no. Okay. No. Like
Now they
no.
can. Now they.
No.
Justin,
I've been through a lot.
Mike.
I had a different experience. man.
Okay.
Okay.
My situation was, first, to Dave's point, I've always been a planner. And I met my wife in college. So I always tell people, before I had any game, before I had any real swag, the swag that they define as now, which is money and all of that stuff.
Drip.
With all of that stuff, I didn't have none of that. I met her, like, you know, people talk about you know, the rich dudes talk about when they met their wife when they was at their lowest. I wasn't at my lowest, but I wasn't a dude that could walk in the room and be like, yeah, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. And I knew early on in my life, I've always been a relationship guy. So I never really was the play the field type, because I'm the type of dude that would catch feelings. So I never was, I knew that about myself. And so I was always attracted to women who seemed to have that same mindset. And so I met my wife. We decided we're going to be a couple. We rocked as a couple for 5 years. So we met basically senior year of college. So we met in 93, late 93, early 94. Got married in 98. That whole time we took one break. And that break was really about religion, which is a whole other story.
Yeah.
But then it was like, okay, look, this all makes sense, you know. And I'm saying this, I say this not as a flex.
No, nigga, no, flex, Mike.
No,
flex,
no, no,
Mike.
no,
Flex. I'm a flex. Mike, the shit.
The thing I'm about to say.
We gotta stop the Mike.
No,
we gotta stop
the
doing
thing-
this, Mike.
no,
I need
listen.
you to flex this shit,
The
Mike.
thing I'm about to say. Is
Okay.
the thing.
No, I'm flexing.
No,
I'm not.
Matter of
All
fact,
right,
I didn't get hot. I'm flexing.
All right, so, all
What
right.
we talking
No,
about?
this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing. The way I knew that my wife was the right person for me is that in my whole marriage, never raised my voice at my wife. She never raised her voice.
That's a
at me.
flex.
How the hell that? Sorry.
Nigga, that's
Sorry.
Michael Cheatham.
But no, let me tell you why. The reason I believe that's the case is because we both agreed early on that that's not how we were going to communicate.
That is.
You had buy-in.
That is
Right. We agreed that that's not how we were going to communicate. I've never been.
Nigga, that's Michael Cheatham in this
But there's a
bitch.
saying, Cheatham's don't trip. Anybody that knows anybody in my family, we ain't the dudes that's gonna pop off. We don't pop. We don't do that. You know, when I hit Dave with this, left hand J, I gotta pop off.
That weak ass
Oh,
shit.
when I
Block
catch
that
him
shit.
with-
Get the
when I
fuck out
catch
of
him
here,
with the
Justin,
crossover.
with that shit.
Yo, that is the opposite. Like I dig it. I love that story because I can never live it. Because it's not my story.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I say I don't. And when I say stuff like that, I'm not saying it as a judgment against anybody else. I'm just saying this is how I knew that this was how it is. And so, after she passed, a year or so after that, I started dating. And one of the things I said to my girlfriend at the time was, I'm never gonna. If I have to raise my voice at you, one of us did something wrong, and it might be me, but I just never liked the feeling. Once, because I spent 20 years where I never allowed myself to get angry enough at the person that I loved to want to say something with some heat behind
Out
it.
of character.
Out of character.
Right.
And so when I caught myself feeling that way, I was like, let me go check myself. Let me sit down. Let me figure this out. And so I guess the point that I'm making is, for me, those types of rules, if you want to call them that, is
Right.
what really helped me stay in the right frame of mind. I was talking to a friend of mine because he was going through some things. And I said, the first thing that you have to do as you're trying to repair your situation, y'all have to both agree that the person sitting across from you really does in fact have your best interest at heart, and they're really not trying to hurt you. If you can't get to that part, it's going to be difficult to do anything else.
But Mike, but on that though, you gotta have some things that demonstrate that.
Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
And I
absolutely.
think what you're saying is through that period of time where y'all didn't have those kind of interactions, that was the demonstration. Y'all were both steeped in the idea that this was not gonna be a part of what we're creating.
Correct, absolutely.
No, you set those boundaries, which is pretty dope because I did not. Like, I mean, like, your story is just leaps and bounds to difference. With me and you, we are two different sides of the coin here. Like, when I first met my wife, I got hit with a door at a church.
What the fuck?
She hit me.
Was it
with
on
a-
a hinge or?
No. Like, I got hit with a door off rip because she was over
Who the fuck picks up a door, Sam?
Was it closing? Was it opening? Was it
It was opening.
Oh, I thought she like
picked up
snatched that bitch.
WWF your ass?
No, real talk. It was I got hit with a door because she was leading the youth ministry and some dance ministry
Oh,
stuff.
clear it up, man.
And did not apologize. I want to make that plain. She was clearly aware she hit me with this door. Like, she opened the door and was just like, yeah, what? Like, I'm like, okay, this is where we
A
started.
little flex is sexy though.
So you
Yeah.
got
No, nothing sexy was about this. Like, I remember this day because, not only because it's the day I met my wife, it was the day, like, Kobe put up 74 on the Supersonics in they, like, last game. So I missed that to get hit with a door with this woman that will ultimately become my wife. So, like, I was already, this is way before DVR was a thing. So, like, I had to hear about that on the drive home from this church, that Kobe put up 74 on the Supersonics. One of those, well, I mean, God bless the dead, but two of those things out of that story does not exist anymore.
Right.
So, like, this is, like, the backstory of how I met my wife. So, like, when I hear this, you hit the, like, when you talked about your relationship guy, that's how I started, dog. I mean, like, I grew up, I watched an insane amount of television, and I wanted my Winnie Cooper. I wanted my Topanga Lawrence. I wanted my...
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck?
Yo!
Snow Bunny that you probably wouldn't approve.
Yo,
of.
you know what it is.
Topanga from Boy Meets
He
World.
named two snow bunnies?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but
Oh, fucking God.
Yo, we didn't have a lot of shows. You know, Cosby's, they didn't let Vanessa date.
God, you better do reruns of Living Single.
Laura from Family Matters.
But she didn't have a steady dude. You know what I mean?
I had a stalker.
What was the old girl from the show with LL Cool J?
Yeah. Oh, Maya.
Maya, yeah.
Maya.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Like, you didn't have a steady dude. Yeah, Dr. Umar would not approve.
I'm fucking not approving it. Mark looked at me like, what the
No,
fuck?
I had
Two
to-
snow bunnies.
Yo, I had to get that analogy. But much like Chi, I got turned from a relationship, dude,
But
because
you named two fucking snow bunnies as your analogy?
Now,
He
we
ain't gonna
talk-
let you get past that one. Bro.
I had to.
Get past that.
Yo, I had to because there's listeners listening to this like,
I got
yo,
you.
word. Hey, while we on it, Boy Meets World, that was the first time I ever saw an interracial relationship on TV.
Nice.
Remember Shine? Yeah,
Yeah,
Shine got
yeah,
them.
that's right.
Yeah, Shine. God, what's the black
fuck
girl?
Sam is
Yo,
doing?
real talk. There's a lot of people dying their heads. That's how I know I'm on to
Man,
something.
Topanga had ass, man.
Yes,
So
she
I'm-
does. Oh my God, Topanga still got it. Why you playing? I saw grown up Topanga. Man, all right, I take that back. I'm rocking the ring. I'm putting my. She watching. I gotta put it up.
I'll say it for you, brother. I'll say it for you.
Yo, I had to put it up. But my
That was before you met her.
Yo,
that was way before I met her.
Don't count.
Yo, wicked.
Yo, but what I'm getting at is I had the opposite of that because I wanted to be a relationship dude, but nobody wanted to be in a relationship with me. So I went to the streets, and that street was Gratiot. Like I was out there. I was
Ninth precinct.
Yo, I was in those streets. I was in those streets. Those 2 streets, Gratiot.
Sam, I can't imagine you in the streets, Sam.
Say
Yo.
2 streets, Gratiot and
Gratiot.
Gunston.
Yo, there it is, guys. There it is.
You not a street dude.
I know. Like a lot of people talk about when I was doing this, I was doing that. Yo, I'm the Steve Nash of the game. I'm the Steve Nash. Like I ain't even supposed to be here. I play soccer. Like just like Steve Nash, we did it. We quietly will get you a triple-double, and then somehow ends up in the Hall of Fame. And Steve Nash, this is how I am. And then you go to a church, you get hit by a door, and you meet the love of your life. That's how I walk. Because I like those type of people like Cheat. When you talk about flex, I always saw those flex dudes. They always wore like a turtleneck and a blazer, and they said, "This is how you have the perfect relationship." No, it don't work like that.
That wasn't the dude though.
So you said something though that I think really resonate with the question that Mark asked,
Yeah.
and that's the boundaries piece. Cause that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. Like
That's true.
You know, one of the things and this sound cliche, but it's the like going to bed mad thing. Or,
That's gonna happen.
Or I'm leaving. I'm out of here. And you just walk out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like those things. And people don't realize like a small thing turned into a huge glaring issue just by those little micro
Oh my God,
aggressions
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
relationship.
And you know what'll kill a relationship faster than anything is ego. It's ego. Like it's ego.
That's
Mike,
real.
I got
That
this
is
thing.
ill communication.
I got this thing, Mike, because you know, being right can kill your marriage.
Absolutely.
You can be right on every single argument, and you gonna feel bad at the end of the argument.
That's right. Because women don't respect logic anyway. That's
shit don't matter.
No, hold on, Mike. Hold on. Now, this is coming from my big bro. This guy body over here.
It don't matter.
When Mike say that,
That's real.
women will look at that and think that's like
An attack.
It's not a slap.
Yes.
It's not a slap.
or
Yeah.
a backhanded compliment.
Let me tell you, like how
That was meant to be funny.
No,
That's
no.
true.
That's true, Mike.
That's the truth. That's true. Yo, that's true. I love my wife, who is currently watching right now, and
Please let it
just no logic whatsoever. All right, here's how an old head told me. This is how an old head told me. You want to understand women? Everybody here, y'all eat pizza? Y'all ever had pizza? I'm sure. I know.
I gotta watch Sam. This gonna be like a
Yo,
classic
yo,
joke.
you ready for this?
Get ready. Yeah, we listen, Sam.
All right, this is how you understand women, but you gotta do this first. You cook a pizza, it's in a circle. You cut in triangles, you put it in a square box. If you can understand why they do that, then you understand women.
That's smart. Okay.
I like that.
I get
Okay.
that. I get that.
And so, Sam, boy, I tell you,
I heard him with it.
this is why I brought Sam and Mike and Justin on. And I met my wife at Bert had a backyard party.
Oh yes.
Classic backyard party because your brother known for throwing
That's
shit.
what we do.
Yeah, over there on Fullerton and
Yep.
everything. And Rita came in that joint looking hot and ready, sexy. I shot my shot. She shot me down. I'm like, nigga, don't nobody shoot me down.
Did you get hit with the door?
He said, "I'm Mr. Detroit."
I did not get hit with the door. Thank
right.
God. God is good. Buddha bless me.
All right.
And I had to regroup and like, damn. And then, you know, as time went on, you know, I talked to her. We exchanged number, but she didn't give me what I expected. I'm thinking I'm Dave. I'm from Jackson State. Nigga, I hoop. Nigga, I'm tall. I'm sexy.
Do you think that make it more appealing?
Me?
That like no, bro. Like it's on my time.
That's a challenge. Like,
You know what I'm
nigga,
saying?
check it. Moving forward, we was in the car and I'm talking to Bert. I'm like, nigga, I put stats up on everybody, nigga. Bert like, yeah, nigga, you ain't put stats up on everybody. I'm like, I put he like, nigga, you ain't put stats up on Rita, nigga. I'm like,
Challenge.
he was like, nigga, I call her right now. He called Angie. Angie was sitting next to Rita. He was like, get on, bitch. I'm like, nigga, I'm phone shaking.
That sounds like a Bert move.
Bert and Dave notorious. They'll pull up with you in the passenger seat,
Yeah.
right up on her.
Yeah.
Hey, my man want to holler.
Yeah,
You know.
that's definitely a Bert and Dave move right there.
And
for sure.
she didn't receive my message, and I'm looking like, nigga, I'm shook. So, you know, we talked and we went out on the date and everything, and it was good.
Where'd you go?
We went to the biscuits. What's the place with the biscuit with the good biscuits? Everybody like
Oh, Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Oh yeah.
We went there and everything.
That was on the list. wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you
Don't
can't.
even worry about that little guy.
Yeah, that,
The list of where not to go.
Where not to go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Back
I
in
took
the
mine-
90s.
I took mine to Outback. We had a blast. So
That was on the list too?
yeah, that was on the
Yo.
list.
Yo, mine was so poor it didn't make the list. Dollar Show and
Oh, shit. First the door, now the dollar store.
yo, I got hit with a door. You gotta set those expectations low. It was a dollar.
That's the list of everywhere to go and lower. It should actually be a shit on the first day.
Oh, why we on it? Dollar Show and Taco Bell right after. I didn't crack a 10.
We can
Dog.
sit in the grass and eat a sandwich and look at the water. That's
Hey,
what we
look,
doing.
but you know what? In a relationship, when you first begin a relationship, when you set a standard like that, you can do that. That's the best part because that's the best part
you're
because
right, Jay.
anything you do in a relationship, you gotta keep doing it.
No, that's real.
dog.
That's real.
That's facts.
That's real.
That's facts.
You start off
You
playing
can't
like
never stop doing nothing that you
That's
start.
facts.
Yo.
And you know what? That got me in trouble when I started dating.
Nah,
Because let me tell you what happened. So the
Are
challenge.
you going to your first date? The first young lady that you ran into that was at the fine one, Mike?
Oh, I'm fine.
Or you were going to Gina?
What we talking about? No, man. No. This is after.
okay.
This is after June passed away.
Okay. Oh,
This is after.
This is
Oh,
after.
wow.
This is
Oh,
This was.
this
This
boy
is after.
finna bring-
you went back in out there.
No,
Yeah,
this,
no. And so, but that's the thing. So one of the challenges I had is my wife and I, we built each other as it relates to that stuff. I mean, I know what's going on in the street, but I never really had to do that
to be
stuff.
out there like
we was
that,
in
yeah.
college. I met my wife in college. We went and got a pizza and we watched a movie on VHS. Right?
See what happens when
And-
you get on parole from good
and
jail?
we see, and I said, no. So my point, and so we, you know, so that was the expect. She knew I didn't have no money. I knew she didn't have no money. We had some money conversations later while we was dating, generally speaking, but it was nothing like the expectations. So when I go back out there, now I got a little money, but then I'm like, look, I got a child at home. So any money that I give a woman is money my child's not getting.
Yep.
That's how I view the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
But of course, women out here,
They don't
especially
see
my
that.
age, they not. What you talking about? And so I work with women. Most of my career has been with women. I've been the only man in the building most of my career, ages 18 to 65.
and this
so-
nigga take a nap every day
Every
Nice.
day.
at
Hey.
lunch break.
Hey, I only take
The
20 minutes.
fuck, take a nap.
They
But
give, me
go
a,
ahead.
they give me an hour to eat. I eat in 20 minutes. What I'm going to do with the rest of my time? I don't be on
that
social
nap
media.
in,
I ain't
baby.
tricking. So with that.
Dave, you calling me at the wrong time, guy. I'm getting my nap. I'll call you back. The fuck? But go ahead.
You know what? What's funny?
Setting boundaries.
Right. Well, no. What's funny though
You got
is
to.
what's funny. I don't even have to use. I don't have to say the nap part because he knows.
He know what it
Well, right,
is
He
now.
know what it is. And I'm like, Dave.
But that's why you set the boundaries.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
why
call
you establish.
That's all it takes is one.
Right, but the thing about setting boundaries was when I would talk to the women that I work with about how I thought about dating, they was like, "You ain't no woman gonna go out with you." And I said, "That's fine." Because
not one like you.
Right? Because no, my thought was if that's the type of thing that she is using to evaluate whether I'm somebody she wants to date, she's already disqualified herself. Now, no, of course, I'm not trying to take her to the Coney Island on the first date. I'm not doing that.
What's wrong with that?
No. My point is, but I mean, that's the thing, though. I recognize that they have a particular expectation, and my thing is, how far am I willing to play into that expectation? To Justin's point,
Right.
because sure, we could go to Ocean Prime.
Yeah.
We could go to
Yeah, but we ain't doing that
I'm not
every
doing
month.
that right now because I don't want you getting used to that. Because the thing that I have found out, and this is in life in general, when you get used to somebody gets used to something and start expecting it, when you can't do it, they automatically take that as a slight.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm trying to hurt
Right,
you.
and
or-
then so those are the types of situations where then now I'm ready to check somebody.
Yep.
I'm like, wait a minute, let me roll out these receipts. What do you mean?
Say Mike about to raise his voice for the
Right.
first time on this girl.
So right, and so that was, but really, real talk. That was one of the things. I had one of the ladies I work with. She's younger, 25ish, right? And so we were talking about. I was laughing because they were talking about dudes buying them drinks, and I'm like, that's a contract. If you accept a drink from a dude,
I like that.
if you accept a drink from a dude, at the very least, you are accepting.
Yeah.
and
He gonna talk to
that
you.
He gets some of your time. At the very least, you are accepting that he's gonna come over and talk to you, and that you have an obligation to at least entertain it. If
And the
you are
thing
not
about-
willing to entertain that, you turn the drink down.
Yeah.
Because look, this is not defending dudes calling women bitches
Yeah.
and
No,
throwing
no,
drinks on them.
Yep,
but
yep,
to the
yep.
extent that that's why they feel a certain type of way. If you're gonna accept my drink, you've accepted at least
My company.
my company for a period of time.
And this is why you need to have a Michael Cheatham in the chamber when you
That's
if you
real.
don't really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like some of the shit that I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I call Mike and I don't want to be hearing the Michael Cheatham shit sometimes, but you need that Michael Cheatham shit.
You need it.
No.
You need it with
I
a grain
agree.
of salt at least.
Yes,
for sure.
I do
because
agree.
Mike is not gonna sugarcoat. Mike gonna tell you, dude. Look, first of all, you fucking up, and then Mike gonna break down what you fucking up, and either you gonna take the shit and learn from it, or you not gonna learn from it. You gonna fuck up later on. So these dudes like him, Boom, Pap 2, Bert, the older dudes in my neighborhood, nigga, I be leaning on them niggas hard.
Right.
I called Mike the other day. I'm like, Mike, what the fuck you doing? You on some goofy shit? He like, I'm just chilling. I know
You know what's funny? I was taking it down. I was taking it down.
I just happened to call him. I am my brother's keeper. I'm gonna check. I'm good. Bert always say you got to check on your strongest soldiers because you never know what they're going through.
I appreciate that, man.
That's
real.
That's real.
We
That's
always
real.
rock like
Yeah.
that. We always.
Yeah.
But the Sturdivant crew.
Yeah,
and,
man.
And when we say Sturdivant,
Yeah.
that takes up like a whole.
Oh, I'm very
It's
aware.
all right,
I'm
Russell
very aware.
Woods,
Yeah,
but
Russell Woods,
yeah,
baby.
But yeah, when we say Sturdivant, but really that was that was one of the things off topic. But as somebody who's raising a child now, that's the thing that I'm disappointed by the most, that I cannot provide the type of lifestyle socially for my child that I had.
Well,
I had.
It's different times, man.
I know, and I hate that.
And let me ask y'all this:
Yeah.
raising children as married men, and you in their life every single day,
Yep.
and you have children, because all of us can look at this and be like, I'm married, I got somebody that look like me, so let me impart life into them, let me love them, let me kiss them, let me do this, let me do that.
Yeah.
Is it a beautiful thing?
I go.
Go,
All right,
Sam.
Yo, real talk. It is. Okay.
Get in that booth.
On paper, it is a beautiful thing.
This nigga
if-
said on paper.
On paper, it is. Like,
Right.
and I love my son, who may or may not be watching too. But we go.
How old is your son?
He is 11 years old as of yesterday. He
supposed to be in
celebrated.
I'm
You would
just- I'm messing with
no. But here's what's happening. Oh, Dad's on the podcast. Hey, this is Uncle Dave and blah blah blah. And like now it's gonna turn into like I gotta like answer stuff when I get home. But yeah, on paper, like on paper, it's a good thing. But no, it isn't, because you got to take the good with the bad. One thing I learned about all right, let me put on Front Street right here. I had to have a conversation with my son the other day. The real talk conversation. For whatever reason, he's a Swiftie now. Yeah, my son. Yeah, he like I've already met my replacement. He looks like me, he acts like me, and then all of a sudden, hey Dad, I'm a Swiftie. I like Taylor Swift, and I had to like, hey, come here. No, yeah.
But like her, like how?
No. See, I said no, you're not. No, because the reason I said no, you're not is because I said name me 5 Taylor Swift songs right now. You can only name
one.
he named 2, and I'm like, my man, you're not a Swiftie. You just really like the Chiefs. That's just what it is. Like,
She ain't got cheeks.
So don't get confused.
no. Kansas City chick. Kansas City chick.
my bad.
So I was like,
you said cheeks. I'm like,
So-
hold on, what the fuck?
So, but here goes the thing. When I had that conversation with him, I said, "Hey, what happened?" And he was like, "What happened?" And then he knew what I was talking about. Mama is just now finding out now because she's watching the podcast right now, because he loved Ice Spice. I was like, "Yeah, there you go.
He went.
He proud.
That's how you do it. Grown up little orphan Annie. That's how you do it."
That's my boy.
And then no, you talking to the Swiftie thing? No, you just want to be on the winning team.
You confused, son. You just
So, what I mean is, I'm saying all of this to say this.
Right.
Meanwhile, My wife is on the other side. Just, let them do this. And I want to tell her you wrong, but by me telling her you wrong, I'm setting a bad example for the kid. So it's like you got to play this balancing act. And one of the things I learned, and I think I learn this every day, relationships of any mean, whether it be with the kids or with your wife, is an art, not a science. Mm-hmm. Like, there is no downside answer, especially when the person doesn't believe in logic. So it's just like you gotta like have that, like, all right, we just gonna navigate. Actually, this is how I navigate marriage. For all my young people listening, I navigate marriage like I'm a high school basketball coach with one tech. That's you got keep it cool.
What the fuck?
With one tech, I already got one tech.
I got one. Right.
Yeah,
I like that.
I know what
You're
it is.
on the verge.
Yeah,
Just be cool.
like I gotta be cool. I can lose half my stuff in an argument.
Yeah.
I find myself talking to myself like that a lot.
Yeah, you got one tech.
Like, just be cool,
Just
bro.
Be cool.
So Justin, with you raising your kids,
Man.
how do you make your situation?
Man, I got 4 kids, man.
Right.
And my kids, my oldest is 18.
Right.
My oldest is 18, has experienced a brain injury.
Oh,
My youngest is 5 and is like a budding genius. This boy told me he about to be an astronaut. He gonna be a scientist, is what he told me. Because I know things, Daddy. Right? But
because I know stuff.
the
I
thing
like that.
about
I
my
like
kids, man, my kids they something special, man. I can't even lie. Like, and the thing about the kids is you don't realize how much love you give them. You have to give them until they're here. Like, God just give you the ability to love the kids, right? And I was thinking about this because, I've done really good despite all the challenges and things. We come from the same walk of life, so I don't even got to go into that. And fortunately, I had parents that loved me and invested in me.
Yeah.
And now, when I look at my kids and I look at the challenges that don't exist in their life, I actually get excited about the possibilities, because I think about myself having everything at my disposal, and that's my kids. They got everything at their disposal, but it's a different challenge
That's
now
a bar
because
right there,
I live in Novi. I moved from Grosse Pointe. I grew up on Dexter.
yeah, you went from
Like, I swept a barber shop on Saturday to take 4 quarters to express lanes to play Mortal Kombat.
Man,
Okay?
going way back.
With Bert, my Bert cut hair.
That's how you
Well,
do
Bert
it.
cut hair, right?
Yeah.
Ali Barber,
Yeah.
right? I come in Friday to sweep. They just, the whole barbershop blown down. Like,
Sure.
but that's where I come from, and that's where I had to overcome. My kids now, it's just a different challenge, and I'm excited about it. I'm like, okay, well, how can I keep my kids grounded? How can I keep them normal? How can I make them understand the reality? So I go get my hair cut. You know where I get my hair cut? I go to the barbershop on Dexter in Chicago.
Do you, Justin?
It's a hell of a drive from Novi.
From Novi.
Yeah,
If I can't go there, I go to 7 Mile and Sorrento to get my hair cut. The reason I do that, though, is because my boys. I need my
Need them to
boys
see it
to
here.
understand. They gotta understand.
Yeah, they do.
They live. I moved to Novi. Novi is in the Northville School District. It's top 10 schools in the state of Michigan. I'm sending them to a Southfield private school because it's more black kids.
That's real.
hey, you got to.
You
That's
know what
real.
I'm saying?
That's real.
But Jake, where you come from is where your dad and them put you in.
That's
Justin.
what my brother said, though.
Thank you.
So
wait,
Bert said your kid's gonna be straight because you they daddy. Because
Thank
when you
you.
get in the car, you playing
Michael
West Side
Franks.
Gun.
Michael Franks.
He either playing Michael Franks or he playing West Side Gun. Because Bert, your dad played that.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, but we can go anywhere in the world.
Sure.
I can go to anywhere. I can talk to anybody. I can talk to the president. I can talk to the bum at the liquor store, and they both had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Right. And I want my boys and my to have that. So that's where I'm at with my kids, is trying to make sure that they have perspective.
Yeah.
That's real.
Well, there's a fancy term called code switching. And that's the
We
idea
all-
basically
we all-
do it.
I am
We
very
do it.
aware of
Right?
that.
Yeah, we all do it. Where you, hey, depending on your circumstance, you flip a switch and you plug in that tape or that disc that's best for that scenario.
Oh, for sure.
And so
It's knowing your audience
all
too.
of
There it
that.
is.
And so one of the things, to your point about raising our children, so that's one of the things that I work with my child all the time through music, if nothing else. Look, these are some things that I need you to understand. You don't have to like it, but I need you to understand it. Do you know why they said this? Do you know where this comes from? PBS, man. PBS, public television. Hey, sit down and watch this. Because these are the sorts of things that my parents exposed me to right there on Sturdivant. Look, there's just some things about this world that you need to know, and those conversations aren't necessarily going to come up just off rip. You kind of have to have some external stimulus to create those conversations.
That's right.
I'm with that.
And also, you need that stimulus that comes from somebody other than you, because we know our kids don't listen to our voice like they supposed to.
Yeah,
They can hear it from somebody else.
My kids are Swifties.
But because we said it, well, that part. But because we said it doesn't resonate.
Yeah.
And so
We bias.
yeah. And so those are the sorts of things that I've been trying to do with my child. And now that they're older, one of the other pieces that I do is, hey, you now have some responsibility because they say some wild stuff, right? Because they don't understand, they don't know,
yeah.
right? There's some hardships that we talk because they soft, they soft. But
Yep.
there are some hardships that sometimes I have to sit down and explain. Hey, this is why that happened. These are the things that led up to this outcome. So before you call somebody or something ghetto, you need to understand there are some
Right.
things that happened before that person woke up, before that person was even
Right.
born, that put them in a decision to make those types of put them in a situation to make those types of decisions. That is not to say that those are the right decisions, but you have to check yourself and your level of your judgmental mindset, because the world is happening in ways that you're not familiar with yet.
You know what you just made me think of, and I don't want to digress. And
No,
you
you're right,
you could
you're
touch on this point because shit, man. I mean, you're not supposed to be like you are. You're not supposed to be the guy you are. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to be
Not
coming
off
from
that-
where you come
Yeah.
from. Okay, he ain't supposed to be like that. But it's a reason we are this way. You know what I'm saying? If you look back at the beginning, when we was sort of coming up as a people,
Right.
if you look at the old pictures, Dave, you know what you see? These dudes was dapper. They had brims on their hats. They had ties on. They was sharper than us.
Oh,
They was
absolutely.
poor.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about money. It was pride. So we came from a place, and I want to know where you grew up.
Oh, right down the street. Like, I'm east side all day.
So
7
how
miles.
are you as polished as you are?
Oh, easy. Because everything Cheatham said, and I had a good foundation behind me.
His dad.
And just like my dad, my mom and dad. I mean, they was together. It was weird because we were I want to say my folks was the only ones on the block that was married and without the extras. Not that we'll get there later. You know what I mean? Hey, we was together for like 18 years. We got married last year. You know, like my parents
Common law.
they had like we didn't have
Damn,
extras.
Sam.
So my folks was like together and they like planned me and like it was all the like stuff behind. So that's why I gravitate towards Cheat, because he's right in a lot of stuff. That's why I said in addition to. I'm having this conversation with my son because he's a young man, right? So everything you just said, I'm teaching him about responsibility. He's gonna be that guy. He's to some degree he's living what I got. Because he'll go to school and he, run into his friends where daddy or mommy ain't exactly in the picture. So I was like, look, here it is. If you want to be cool with anybody and he's, here's just something I prayed for and I got it. My son, puberty hit him early, like a ton of bricks. And I loved it. I have an ugly kid now. Like I do. Like because when he was a kid, he was like cute kid. No, I didn't want that. Now I got an ugly kid. So now he's ugly. So now he has to
He got to get it out the
Sam.
mud.
Hold on, stay with me. Just stay with me. Just
He
stay
got
with
to
me.
get it out the mud.
So now he has to develop a personality. Now he has to talk. He'll be cute again. I mean, like with modern science being what it is.
What?
when he grow and go to.
But yo, he's at that point now where he's like puberty, like really
Yep.
super
Did a
kicked
number
him
on
right in the face. So I'm good with that because one of the things we had to teach, like now you got to develop a personality. Everything you just said about responsibility, I teach him the 3 kings. You want to talk with anybody, you gotta learn the 3 keys. The 3 kings. The 3 kings is this: learn music, learn sports, learn food. You learn those 3, you can talk to anybody about anything at any time.
That's bad.
That's true.
The 3 kings, guy. So
That's a bar right
Write
there.
that
Yeah.
down. I like that.
so now that he's doing that,
Said music, sports, and food.
music, sports, and food.
I like that.
The 3 kings. So now you got that. Now even with puberty, really doing a number on him. Talking to girls now, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The secret. A lot of the women I work with, many of them are single women, and they complain about their sons. And I said, "There's
They're
a few
not
things.
social and shit.
Well, but more so, their sons don't wash. Their sons,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
take
yeah,
care of themselves. I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
look, ride it out. What you need to do once he finds a girl he likes, she'll turn that around.
Oh, yeah.
The first time a girl tell me he funky, he'll turn it around.
Real
Now, if you want
fast.
to, if you want to be on some scandalous stuff, pick one of the girls that you like for him. Put a little bug in her ear. Hey,
Yeah.
say
Let
this
him
to
know.
my son.
Let him know.
Believe me.
Yeah.
He'll get it together. Because that's the one thing we'll do, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with
I
that.
didn't care about how I smelled until a girl cared about how I smelled.
I am living proof of that right now because I'm living proof. I'm living proof. Like this sounds dumb, but well, it probably
Sam,
is.
you just said some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Just roll with it, Sam. Just fuck it, Sam.
Let's just roll with it. No, what I'm getting at, I used to wear the same thing. Okay, I am this guy. If left to my own
Let me
devices.
take my glasses off for this right here. It's finna
I'm
get
dead serious.
interesting, yeah.
I'll do this even to this day. Like, I'll go to Walmart, Kohl's, whatever, and I'll buy a shirt. Like, I will buy 5 of the same shirt, just like in different colors, and some jeans, and that's my everyday
that's the
whatever.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
So that's the wardrobe.
God, you are Ike friend, guy.
So no,
You fucking Ike friend.
Stay with me.
Go
Stay
ahead.
with me.
Oh,
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. You're talking to a guy who's currently wearing a Mighty Ducks jersey, hockey jersey right
Which
now.
is sweet, by the way.
Yo, it's
Shit, not Detroit Red Wings, but go ahead. Go
It
ahead.
ain't Red Wings.
no, it's totally based off the movie. It's the throwback, whatever. But if it wasn't for my wife, when I get out with her, that's where you see the swag come from. That's where you got to do the thing. Because one of the things I am teaching my son now, the best way, and I guess brings us back on topic, to treat a woman. Watch how I treat your mama. Watch how I treat my wife.
Yeah.
Because I got that growing up, looking at my parents. Yeah, I mean, I ain't get everything.
Yeah.
I kinda, some things you can figure out. But, I mean, like, one of the things, like, my son is seeing now, like, hey, you finna chill, you finna be with your big cousin or whatever. We going on date night. We finna do this
He
because
sees that.
he sees that, and he sees, like, who am I kidding for a very long time? Like, me and my wife, we were so focused on the kid and focused on life or whatever, you kind of like forget about each other. Like, and I said this, and I won this argument. I love it. I won this argument. Like, I won it. I looked at her, I'm like, what are we talking about here? I already see my replacement, and I pointed at the kid, and she was like, word? And I'm like, yeah, word. And I walked out, and I knew.
You dropped the mic
You
on.
knew. You ever win? You ever win an argument and didn't feel bad about it because you know you just said some cold shit? You just said something like, I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to feel bad about this right now. But I'm like, no.
So you made me think of something.
Yo,
man, because in this world that we live in, man, it's so loosey-goosey right now, man. And the boys, man, like the images that's out here in the world
It is.
that the boys are seeing, and frankly our girls too, it's just bad, man. And so when you said what you said about them seeing you and your wife
very
together,
important.
like that's important to me. I want for my boys to see a healthy marriage.
That's right.
A healthy relationship between a man and a woman. You know what I mean? Like that's important to me.
Yeah.
Like I just can't emphasize that enough.
So let me ask y'all this, and I think we got like 6 minutes.
Okay.
Have any of y'all had one of y'all kids say, "I heard mommy and them," or allegedly doing it, or walked in on you knocking her back out, or mom in there doing what she do? Because we got 6 minutes. Mike, have you ever?
I'm fortunate, but no, I have not. But let me tell you though, my challenge is I'm a man raising a teenage female.
Yeah,
and so
it's a different challenge.
And they're exposed to more than we were.
Right,
You know,
right.
just
The phone.
The fact that they can. When we wanted to look at porn, we had to do something.
I had to go to Jerome and get the DVD and look at.
Or get your brother, go in your brother's basement room. Remember that?
You had to turn the cable to the
Right.
channel after the porn.
Last.
I see your ass. I see your ass. Is that a titty?
But now it's out there, and so now my challenge is I have to actually tell my child, I'm not discussing that with you, because she'll ask the questions.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Dad, you ever?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? There's a boundary that we have to have. I can't stop you from knowing about these things. I'll teach you the scientific stuff, but we're not going to talk about my sex life.
To answer your question, Dave, yes to all 3 questions.
What the Sam?
And he didn't stop. He was like,
No,
let me finish.
No, I had to have that like sad ass talk with him.
He
after.
just walked in, Sam.
Look, we bought this lock that didn't work, and that's how we found out. Like, this is how you got here, man. Look, I mean, like, no, he had that like It was weird. It was like, you know, it was like when your dog look at you get on the internet. It was just like that was a look of like confusion on his face, and I just had to have that chat with him like
alone.
Yeah, you know what it is.
When I had to explain to my son that he came from me and not his mom. Yeah, well, I came from out of my mom. I said, but I put you in there.
Yeah,
and he like.
Hold on.
He saw you, Mark.
He had to go back to his book.
No, how could he see me?
No. What I'm saying is, when
I never got caught in that.
Okay.
My kids ain't never been around when.
Yeah, I got caught.
So
I'm probably gonna get caught again.
So this is funny.
Yeah.
Because this is one of them situations where you're not sure. You think you're playing it off.
Yeah.
One of them. You know what I'm saying? You just,
they walked in.
Just be still. You know.
We was wrestling.
Oh, so you just freeze like
no.
Like frozen time, like freeze.
Freeze time.
Pretend to be
so they walked in the room.
It's like pretend to be asleep and shit.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't even get that far. It was just kind of like he's in here. Hi. you just say hi. I mean, like he's right there.
How old was he?
Sam, you ain't keep going.
No, you can't.
You ruthless, Sam.
Hold on, you can't keep going.
Okay, I ain't trying to. Okay.
Here's what it is. You can't keep going, but you don't stop. So it's sort of like
the fuck.
Hold on, hear me out.
Ain't that a song?
You acknowledge he's in the room. You acknowledge it. Like you just like.
I would turn into a covert operation.
So now it's like, all right, follow my lead. You're talking to you.
Now it's a little voyeur.
I'm talking to my wife. I'm just like, all right. And then we had to have that chat with him, and we played a high risk game of rock scissors paper. She picked.
This is perfectly normal.
Dead
son.
serious. She picked rock. I picked scissors. So I had put on stuff, put on my clothes.
Oh, who had to go have a conversation?
Me.
Oh, no, I'm saying that's how y'all.
Yeah, rock scissors paper, because it's sort of like, all right, here we go.
I just heard it through the grapevine. I mean, from Courtney to Dave to Beautiful, like, you know, at a certain time, you know, mommy and daddy be in there. And I be hearing mommy like
I wish I had that.
I be like and this is when they got older. So Courtney was like, hey, so at a certain time, you know, mommy and daddy be in there rocking the room. So you need to be aware, like don't go in there. And then, you know, Beautiful as a little baby, she will walk in and we in mid-stroke, and you got to stop and be like, what is it? And she want to hold a conversation.
Go downstairs and eat some cereal.
Yeah.
Go turn on the TV.
How old was your son when he caught you?
Oh, he was 6. Yeah, about 6 or 7. And you have to have that
There's
conversation.
a little oblivion there.
Yeah, so you could lie to him.
No, I tried and failed immediately. like I just walked over. Well, you know how your mama get when she hear Keisha Cole, and I'm just dropping. Keisha Cole.
I'm glad it wasn't the Swiftie. God damn it. God.
It was just kind of like, well, she had hits. What can I say? You know, Yes.
Hey man, listen. We can do this all day.
Absolutely.
Listen, Mike. Thank you for being married, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
Holding
It's a
it
blessing.
down as a black man. Justin.
Yeah, but
Thank you for being married and holding it down because we the example. Sam, thank you for being married, man.
I do my best.
And
thank you, Dave.
keep blessing,
Yeah.
keep doing what y'all were doing. And God, if you see a brother struggling, Mike gonna do it anyway, but y'all gonna do it anyway. But as you see a brother struggling, man, just y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do, and y'all gonna speak life into him, man. So
Yeah.
Hey, how much time we got?
We appreciate the platform.
got like 1 minute.
Okay, so I keep this short. Hey, brother who is looking at me about to do this married thing, I need you to understand this. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
That
Good
part.
jail.
However, it's good jail.
12 years in love,
I
slave.
need you to understand this. When you get on one knee and you ask that question, you are signing up to be a part of Death Row Records. Yes, you will not get paid up front. But I need you to
On the
understand.
back end, no.
I need you to understand. This is a record label that had Pac, Dre, and Hammer for some reason. So
Hammer.
And Bow Wow. Don't forget.
yeah, and Bow Wow. So it's something for everyone. It's an art, not a science. Just take the good with the bad. I promise. You just gonna get through it. Just that is.
It
That's
get better with time.
it
man.
gets
It's
much
like
better.
wine. It's like wine.
Mike.
First, choose right. Choose right.
Yeah, man.
That's one. The second thing is, y'all have to agree that you are working in each other's best interest, and that your goal is to be together and happy together. And sometimes that requires you to get out of your ego. Sometimes
Your
that.
skin.
Sometimes right.
talk.
Develop a thick skin and know that at the end of the day, if y'all work as a team, it can work.
Yeah, it is.
It can work. But you're gonna have to hold each other accountable. That's the other part. You're gonna have to hold each other accountable to what you agreed to. And last thing, this is my personal thing. Social media is terrible for relationships. So
Yeah, real talk.
you have to have some boundaries around it. What your boundaries are up to you, but you have to have some boundaries around social media.
Yeah,
because
don't wake
what-
up in the morning. The first thing you do is hop on your phone.
Because what it will do is it will slowly erode your relationship. Because
Unrealistic expectations. That's what it is.
it will slowly erode your relationship. Just be careful with it.
Justin, before we go.
No, I agree with these brothers. These boys are smarter than I am and more experienced than I am. But just keep hope alive, man, that it can be good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You hear so many bad things, so many failures, but those are people that just are maybe giving up on the sport of basketball or stop playing the piano because it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that it can be a good thing. And I like that. Good jail.
Good jail.
baby.
Good jail, baby.
For a
Sam,
lifetime,
man.
life sentence.
This
And it's
guy.
important. That's the other thing.
Life
It is
sentence.
important for our community that we get this right and
Yeah.
continue to try to get it right.
That's right.
Because that's what's going to save us.
Yeah. And I appreciate y'all on the Detroit Stand Up, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all Friday with the regular crew. Detroit Stand Up.
Appreciate you, Dave.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.